Jerry and Zortha doing the heavy lifting. And I think that does need to change if we're going to see forZe do a little bit better here on D2.
And Shalfie as well, who's a player that certainly in the fragging department, we look towards him on this team and saying, you know, that's really why we have Shalfie here. He's in position to get these frags. It's where we want him to be playing. So Shalfie on a little bit more from ZorTe wasn't so bad, but I just know the level ZorTe can play at. He is a phenomenal player, and this is a map that's going to give him a lot of opportunities.
Well, we'll have to see if those opportunities can be capitalized on. We're in. We're into the fun. We're in to the fray of Dust2. Except it seems like we may not be in, Alan. It may have all been a lie. It may all have been a bait.
We've been teased. We've been teased.
Now we're out.
It's not starting. Now it's starting.
Just faking us out a little bit. Little back and forth. Give you a little whiplash early on. You think you know what's going on. You never know what's going on. Now with forZe and Sprout in the server. Expect the unexpected.
Indeed, indeed. Some nades in play, but not many. No smokes. Okay, they were dropped over. 2 in play. One's going to go on to Xbox by the look of it. Indeed it does. Second one ready to go. That's on ZorTe. That's over towards B. So surely a B pop is soon to follow.
All this info. Dropping nades onto Catwalk. Meanwhile, Stairs just chilling in lower, and he'll somehow get that kill. I think Norby even had his back, and it's all a massacre. The B site is being well defended here. Finally, they'll get on through, but Rawl still lurks by Car, and he will punish as a result. All on the Shalfie. Start off with 1, but it's only a matter of time before he's overwhelmed. Sprout read that one like a book. They had forZe's number from the word jump. There was just no getting away from it.
Yeah, the whole point of that Xbox smoke is just to deny information, make it harder for the Sprout guys to get a good read. Problem was, they were in front of it, and as we saw, Stair, great positioning, lower tunnels, got a frag, full information, tells his teammates exactly what's happening, and combine that with a player like Lorks just being an absolute turret, tapping heads, committing to his duels. That's a winning combination. Info from Stair and frags from Lorks.
He's certainly not bad. Just gonna be Glocks and a Scout. Okay, Hero Scout, right? Like, I kind of get it when you have upgraded pistols and to tag them, bag them, and all that stuff. I know a Scout can just absolutely upend on Dust2. I feel like it's a little more effective in defense of the A site, but I gotta say, I don't love the Hero Scout. It feels very weird to me.
Do you want me to explain?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, it's because you can't AWP first gun round anyway, so you double scout. And if you ZorTe, you can do that.
Okay, alright.
Now you're a believer.
No.
Converted.
I see. He's got to get like 3 more. Less of a believer. See? Bomb hasn't even crossed yet. And now they all don't quite yet die. Glock gets 1 more, but now they all die. Not a fan, man. I don't love it.
I understand the logic.
The logic is
Scout again.
You could have an AK in this round.
Yeah, but if you want to still spot the cross, you're going to buy a Scout anyway. It depends. It depends how you prioritize your defaults. If you love to have the info on the cross, it's not a big deal. But if you want to take spawns and take long, then yeah, you are at a deficit.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right. I'm a believer in this round now. I'm here for it. Problem is, you got no one long, and well, they killed Slacks. He was long. This could be bad here for Sprout now. They dropped the player mid. Now you've got Long's just trying to get back into position. He's so liable to be punished, even if he gets the first here. Yep, there's no getting away from it. And this is going to turn into a save before you know it. Yes, they kill Kenzie. That'll allow them to save. That'll allow the upgrade as well. But my goodness, they got erased early into this round.
The other thing about that Scout buy second round is it just gives you a tiny bit more potential to do damage. So they got 2 kills. And even after these saves, it will be a buy, but it's not going to be perfect. Stair and Longs have nothing. Slacks is a bit in the bank, but the minimum loss bonus. So a little bit of damage early on just makes a world of difference. And this is exactly what we saw at the start of the first map. forZe on that occasion, couldn't build up the cash and got early reset. This time, he'll be Sprout.
Well, these two are likely to at least survive if they stop peeking. Do not peek. Don't listen to that whisper in your ear that says you can win this fight. And they don't. They avoid it. They circumvent it. Full investment will be coming through here. And it actually looks pretty good around the two saved guns. The trick's going to be executing. And I want to see Slacks get in early.
Yeah, looks like it's dropped over, wasn't it, the ult
Mm-hmm.
from Rouse. So, big green in play. And he needs to do some damage. Plays the off angle towards Church, but that's not the point of contention. Long is on the cards. Flashes raining in as Sprout try to fight this. Stare finds one early trade. Spiddy alone. He is so isolated from any teammates, and he falls without any help. forZe needs to put the brakes on now because it's a clean man advantage. Slow it down and work out where these CTs are.
They put the bomb in pit. They put the bomb in pit. That's pretty committed. That's the problem now. I guess Zorta can throw it back up. But that will carry its own risk. That's playing a
dangerous game.
Yeah.
A very dangerous game.
Ooh, okay. Ops now got an angle. Figures out that it's the bomb, but what a shot from Norby. Okay, put whatever you want in pit if you're just going to absolutely delete the offer and erase all presence for Sprout on this site. Wowie, wow. Good shots from Norby in this round. We wanted him to step up, and early doors, Alan, he is delivering.
Feels like a map as well that just suits a lot of forZe's players. They're a little bit, they've got a bit of, Rare Adam syndrome where often the best rounds are when they're simple and they're playing with pace. The amount of skill on a lot of these CIS teams, but particularly forZe, they're a sleeper, incredibly mechanically skilled team. Norvi, Shalfie, great players. Kenzie, underrated serially for so long, and Jerry for an in-game leader. He can click heads like nobody's business. So give forZe some space to play with, and they will tear you down.
They will. Money going to be depleted. Bank drained. Was once a puddle. Is now barely a drop. Certainly not a pond. Or a lake. It's a small body of water. Teeny.
Lakes can get pretty big.
Lakes can get pretty big.
All right, Mike, is the Caspian Sea a sea or a lake?
I don't know.
Big point of contention, but it is mainly considered a lake, but it's called the sea, so what can you do?
I don't know a lot about the Caspian Sea. I'll be honest with you. I think it's outside of my area of expertise. Let's see. Ooh. Nice advantage here for forZe up. The rifle's still going to come into the fight, and well slash at this point. Oh, it's still retrievable. Spitty's putting it to work. Everyone gets a turn. Long's Thunderfoot in this. We'll find the lightning. The lightning is Kenzie.
Beautiful. But again, not the cleanest anti-ecos. That was better than most we've seen in this series, let's be honest.
Yeah.
But back on the guns, AWP on Zorte and not on his counterpart in Slacks. You love to have the AWP on the CT side of Dust2. There's so many options. And those sight lines from car or facing up mid at the start or playing the right side of mid. Even in towards CT and playing the door pixel angles. There's so many options. And then not a lot is a Sprout. And they say instead, we're definitely going to hold on to long. We're going to start 4 on 8.
And through mid, they might just go smoke creep offs. Smoke creep offs for the time being. This is now going to drag the presence back out, right? This is going to split it. And for the time being, the gap that's left is on Catwalk. And that's responsibility for Slacks, who once again does not have his AWP in hand. His trusty Zoom banger. Crutch. See what they got. Sorta instead. Who's got the big green? Shelfie, she's going to take a fight in through mid. That's a little bold. They can double swing back in. Shelfie, though, is completely unpunished, and he gets information that at least one is there. But forZe are back to their really slow, methodical ways. We saw a lot of this on Inferno. They take the sort of initial foothill in towards the site, and then they would stall out for a while. And they're doing it again. 44 seconds, they gotta go. Slacks has brought the fight to them. They can't leave anymore. And at this point, are they rotating out? What are they even doing here, Alan? It is all falling apart. The wheels are coming off. And there's only 30 seconds to run.
The counter nades, just the counter nades. They're being stalled out so much. They want to go into mid, but Molotov denies that. They're just running through the tunnels and launched, bedded in on the corner. If Rouse takes first contact here or does any pressure, this spot becomes oh so powerful. Rouse even finds one. Spot is in the corner. Kenzie, how on earth did he know? Rouse finds a second. That second kill is unbelievable. How did he get that?
Unbelievable indeed. Position known, he should be dead as soon as he dips his beak around the corner, right? But hey, that stalls him out. That is the key difference between maybe a last possible second unlikely defuse and not. So, once again, Lonks stepping up big for the squad. He's such a reliable piece for them in this series so far, and in this day so far as well. That's a big round to take. I mean, for forZe, again, you talked about it. Indecision is the worst thing. They seem to have some of that analysis paralysis, where sometimes in the mid-rounds, they just stall the heck out.
When they spotted the rifler in CT, they should have insta-swung short. Because you know nobody's there. They might have known there was no open play. But look at this from Shelfie.
What?
What is going on?
He's past
Through
launch.
the left side, Flash comes in.
Launch doesn't know. Oh, full confusion. Kenzie's now deeply confused and might be dead as a result. No, he gets the kill somehow, some way. He is low. That was a spot of madness. Well, I mean, even if they had gotten out, right? They didn't have a bomb. They would have had site control. It did feel a little disjointed there from forZe.
I have seen it before where you spam the smoke and then you come through the left side. But not like that. Just going in dry and then later getting a flashbang to swing. But maybe it could have worked in different scenarios. Zorte knocks down the flanker, but he doesn't
There's no way he
expect
expects
the second.
this.
Doesn't expect the second.
Oh,
what?
He does!
What?
He was ready! He was ready the whole time, and now Norway comes into play. They push through. They put... My brain is breaking here. 25 seconds. They need to get the bomb down, but they've now realized where the last player is, and they'll be able to do just that. Bomb goes down to dirt. Kenzie gets a plant out of this. This is somehow going to turn into a forZe round. My mind, there are layers of just exploded that it's going through right now. The fact that forZe, in a man disadvantaged situation, when they had so little time to work with, still boosted a guy up in long and just left him there to get the kill eventually. The mind, it boggles, Alan.
Well, not to mention, that second shot from Zorte. How? How did he win that duel? There is no universe. Now listen, he might, after seeing one flanker, be a little bit on edge. Okay, fair enough. But to expect a second player in the same position, no way, Jose. No way. And he still gets the kill. Unbelievable.
Okay. I need to remember to just discard my sense of disbelief in forZe games. It's just the reality here, right? Madness. Madness.
Jerry conspiring to continue twisting the space-time continuum. And pulling off the impossible. Bit of fast catwalk control as Sprout finally are out of money. They can't buy up. Jerry does. Nades out of hand. Still in time for the trade, and that's the rifle on the deck. So from here, should, and I say should, be plain sailing.
And it is. Unless Longs can be the rock upon which the boat is wrecked. Well, I mean, it's not wrecked. It's more like a gentle bump for Shelfie. His hull's intact. He's okay. Just a light broadside. forZe now with 5 rounds and a little bit of cash to spare as well, right? At least one buy in the tank regardless of what happens here. That's a nice position to be in. It's something we really haven't seen for them at all this series. So this is rare territory. The op will be out for Slacks. Would like to see that perhaps have a little bit more influence. He's not had it in hand that much. And there we go. There's the influence right off the rip. I asked and they deliver. Apparently Slacks is taking requests, folks.
Probably the set round as well in Haywire. That looked like a set play. Smoke, Xbox, get Jerry up, force some pressure and pop B. But as soon as Jerry dies, they know they've lost all their presence in mid. Have to hit the cancel button. And this is how they're going to adjust. Zorte posted up, praying for an overface. But Sprout, in a man advantage, should never be giving this to him for free. Logs on the off angle. Really hard one to clear. Oliver's going to force Speedy wide. It's one. It's in the open. Second is good. Can't connect with the third, but he's already done so much work. Rouse, though, getting pinched, decides, I have to take the fight towards mid. And he's going to fall for it. 2 on 2. forZe are somehow in this round.
I feel like that's a sentence I say a lot. Also, I just want to point out that Nori just threw the bomb in and then jumped after it. Not quite sure what the logic is there. Maybe
in case he dies?
I guess. Like, yeah, just to get it in a little bit quicker. It's got to be it, right?
It might be because Window's your most exposed over the CT smoke.
Yeah. It's an interesting one. Maybe he just originally thought Shelfie was going to plant, and then Shelfie was like, no, I take tunnels. Time's getting low here. Sprout don't really have the time to make this work. They don't have the clock. They're going to lose it to timer. They don't want this heat. They don't want this fight. And Slacks is down for the count. Nori will burn himself alive to try a chance at taking out the last. So Stair is the lone survivor with that AWP, but ultimately it's still around for forZe, and this is starting to look daunting if you're on the Sprout side. 3 rounds up, your money once again going through the ringer, and forZe are really starting to take that momentum away from you.
Sprout again. I don't know what it is about Dust2. Maybe it's a map where it's really hard to adjust when things are going wrong because there's not a great deal of options, or if you're not comfortable fighting mid aggressively, maybe you lose a lot of opportunities. In this round, we're looking at Slacks. He's the only one with any real chance to have an impact. Gets approached early on long, but he's fallen all the way back into Catwalk. And as soon as these cross smokes go down, it's going to be really hard for him to find any real results.
Tap for Spitty. Okay, Slacks with the connection. So they're taking it. They push the op off the angle, and at this point, what is there? A nade onto Spitty. My goodness. Pretty sure he's just gone below the neck from that HE. Almost down. Slack still making his presence known. That bomb ticking away. This retake will be tough. What? They keep giving the op opportunities. All you have to do is not fight the AWP. But they're not ready for that. Shelfie's even a little bit exposed here. Across, life gets difficult. They are hoping on that insurance policy. Yes, Slacks has been dropped, but it's all going to come down to Zorte. Got to pick his poison. He's picked correctly. And now, it should be very tough for Alls. Indeed, it is. That one's not clean. We're back to the completely messy anti-ecos, but still a dub. And a dub is a dub is a dub.
Maybe, but that was a Pyrrhic victory if I've ever seen one. I think it was planted safe behind single. As well, which means if someone gets on the bomb, they can't stop that from long. So that was a lot closer than it looked. They could definitely have lost that quite handily. Double AWP is in play, but only one is facing mid. Slacks on the angle. Zorte knows his stuff, and he finds the first.
Jerry finds himself the second. It is looking good once again, as long as it's going to have major pressure on from both sides. This was the double op investment, right? So this is heavy investment from Sprout to try and get this CT side back on track. And now it's going to be launched, pushed into the corner by Carr. And they have to know he's here. He's already killed one. More. The jump around. That works out. Norte was the blood sacrifice, but now it's all falling apart because Jerry in mid. Going for the backstab. Only Rawls remains, and Rawls will not remain for long. He departs. 8 rounds for forZe. Sprout, once again on the back foot economically. This is getting disastrous. And if you're on Sprout, maybe your thoughts are starting to turn towards Overpass.
Still a lot of CS left to be played, and
True.
for Sprout, what are we looking at here? They're going to eco now. Let's say all goes as expected. forZe make it to 9. Is 6 enough for Sprout? On the CD side of Dust2, it's pretty questionable. And correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't they win the pistol as well? They did, didn't they? Because it was a long back plat. They won second. So this has been a nightmare since the guns have come out. This has been all forZe. And they have to turn it around going to these late stages of the half.
See what they can do. Sight has likely been lost here on towards A. Can see in mid. He's got to watch out. Could be pinched from the mid players, and indeed he will be, but he's done the damage. He's already found his, and at this point, they're just going to try and save the guns that they've got and bail on out. So that's 9 rounds over to forZe in a half where they lost the pistol. Hi-yi-yi-yi-yi. Sprout has 1 single isolated round outside of the pistol conversion. 1 round that they've won with guns out. Just the one. They're having some fun.
Why not? Why not? I guess a couple AKs saved is not a bad result.
Just a little late in.
Take those through.
Alright, here we go. Juggles. Oh!
Nice!
Goal!
Nice!
Goal!
You ever thought of taking up football commentary?
I don't think I know enough. It's been a long time since I played or followed it with any real focus.
Alright, stick to CS then. Stick to CS.
I thought about doing American football because I pay way too much attention to that. That'd be fun.
Launch.
It's a very different style from CS.
Is it not meant to be quite strategic?
No, it is. It is. But I mean, like, the commentary is very different. Like, it's very, like, level, you know, like sports commentary. And he's going to step back to pass, and down the sideline, caught. 15 yards. Like, that's football commentary.
So League of Legends commentators could do American football?
Maybe. My honest confession is I really don't watch any MOBAs, so I can't judge. Yeah, I think we should make it happen.
Monte Cristo did American football. I would convert. I'd watch.
I'd watch that, yeah.
That would be hilarious.
It'd be an interesting one. I think we should do it. You should color commentate without understanding the sport. Actually, I'm just assuming. Do you know the sport at all?
No.
Yeah, okay. So I think it'd be very entertaining. Try and analyze a game that you don't know anything about. Rawls knows that he's just been handed a kill on a silver platter as Norby goes through the smoke dry for reasons. Reasons beyond our comprehension. Those reasons might actually give Sprout a 4th round here. They could really use that.
Well, they know Launch is AWPing. They know it. And they want to drop this lurk smoke and get close. It doesn't seem to matter. AWP or rifle. Launch has had a pretty good game, and you're not going to catch him off guard. Rouse chimes in. Left alone is Kenzie. Biddy's ready to face from window, and actually Kenzie stays hidden behind big box, but bomb, look at it.
Damage on that here.
Eye tunnels, not gonna happen. And I guess a much needed rifle round for Sprout.
Yeah, one more kill there for Kenzie would have actually been huge. I mean, you look at the money that's coming through here, especially with them wanting to run the double up. And that would have really bled the capital. But can't do it. Still, it is late. The hour is late. Sprout really would like to convert these next 2. It's critical that they do so. And we know it's not going to be easy. That time they get 2 openers. Makes life
This is about
easy.
to be an absolute meat grinder at long.
Okay, all right, here we go. There's the smoke. There's the hit.
Give it. Sprout.
They bailed.
Had the numbers. No interest. Right back into mid instead.
Okay, all right. They've given a ton of space over. They may not realize exactly how much presence there is there. forZe is just throwing a smoke, but obviously Sprout will realize if they're past it that that's not really relevant. Kenzie's in spawn. They're completely giving this over, so I guess this is a retake setup. They don't realize Jerry's already up. Slacks dies as a result. Now a player down. Sight completely lost. No control of long. How do you even read this if you're Sprout? Oh my goodness, it's a disaster. It's a huge kill for Kenzie to get, even if he dies immediately after. What do they want to do? Decision time for Sprout. If they commit to it, they'll be able to buy in the next, but it won't be great. And, well, Rawls goes down as well, so it's only 2 coming into a 2v4 in a putrid situation. They're going to back away. They're going to concede double digits rounds. And Allen, they never even really had a chance to fight for that one.
Watching that one play out, I wonder if that was a set long explode from forZe. They smoked CT as into split B. And then they had set mollies, jump throws for like the short plant and back sight. And then they just popped on flashes. If that was a set play, and I don't get, you know, I've watched a lot of Counter-Strike, Mike. I've never seen anything like that in terms of a long take like that. If that was a true set play and not just on the fly, that is real innovation on a map that's, yes, it's had a few changes, but it's been around for, what, 20 years?
Yeah, in some way, shape, or form. I mean, that's pretty sick. So, someone analyze that one. Go back, take a look. Maybe deserves a second look here. Jerry got one somehow before dying there. Frankly impressive, and now it's even numbers. Shelfie's already up catwalk. He knows his presence out towards long, so he's going to take advantage of the space. But Rawls and Stare are back in the nick of time. That drops the bomb, and it's over. 5-10 to send us to the half.
that same old feeling. Don't know what's right or wrong. Searching for meaning. I've been thinking about it way too long. So whatever you long for, don't give up along the way. Don't give up along the way.
So anyway, as I was saying before, holy cow, forZe! Lose the pistol, still win 10 rounds on your T side of Dust2. My gosh! This is deadly Dust2, and Sprout struggling. Could really use another pistol here. They're going to try and battle back in, but they got to deal with the back of sight. They've done that. But they haven't dealt with Jerry. You never can quite deal with Jerry, can you? And you're going to have to deal with Kenzie, too, because he's in your spawn. They're looking for it. They're actually looking for the spawn play. And now Kenzie will just back away.
Needs to get out of there. So Sprout wanted to B-rush, but the counter flashes were too good, and they put the brakes on. And as we know, they've ceded all this map control. Kenzie finds one. May have even spotted the bomb in the process. And he's playing this perfectly. Look at this. He's not super aggressively looking for fights. He's more in the line of just getting information, telling his teammates zorse needs to get over to the B side of the map because there's no way it's going to be A with the info they have. And Kenzie's relentless. He's relentless. He's going to flank again.
He just looks down and he sees his teammate's skin. Okay, there we go. There's a trade. It's instant. And yeah, they're still going to have to battle through. Every time they get a kill on this B site, there's that hope that maybe just now we might be able to get a plant. No, all right, Kenzie. They're in the back line. It's all over. No chance here. So now without the pistol win, that was what little Sprout may have been able to build upon. It's desperation station. No bomb plant either likely means that this one comes to be a save, but no Slacks will pick up the scout. It's similar to what forZe attempted in the first half. So let's see if Slacks can have some success with the scope gun. One flashbang to set up this play. Nothing else invested here for Sprout, so very little to work with. Oh!
What?
But a snappy shot, flick up, catch a jumping player through the doors, and take him out of play. That was sick!
I tell you what, Mike. I absolutely love it that you criticize the idea of the scout purchase. And every time
it's sick,
they hit the most ridiculous gap shots on the door.
Yeah.
If they were all ping, I guarantee you they just miss. And it's boring.
Oh, yeah.
But because they're scouting, they've got the confidence. Nothing really matters. Nothing to lose. I don't think a scout was missed on the cross yet.
Scout is, I will say, the coolest gun in the game, I think. There's no better feeling. I mean, he only got the one, so I feel justified, and Jerry gets 4 with the MP9, so money, 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 money for Jerry. But I don't think there's any more satisfying kill than getting a scout headshot. The one-tap headshot.
Probably true. I mean, Deagle's up there.
Deagle's up there. USP also feels really good on a pistol round when you just bink somebody.
I would say R8 left click, just because...
Oh, come on, get out of here.
Just because...
Dude, I can't wait until they
buff the
R8 back into meta, because that's like the only gun I have good skins for, and it's useless.
I have so many questions. Why would you ever have many R8 skins?
Because I unboxed them, Alan. The rare chance where I decide to throw away my money on a case, it turns into an R8 skin somehow. Every time. Sprout with a nice entry here. Oh, no. Zorta does not realize how far up they are. Somehow he's not punished. Somehow he's not punished, but now they're right in his face. Zorta gets one, can't get the second, needs to get the reload off. Problem with that smaller magazine size now. And this is messy. Long's got nothing out of all of that real estate. It's fallen apart. Sprout, they had the carpet laid out in front of them. But now they're going to need to open the door once more. And look at this. There's no one towards B. There's no one towards B. forZe made a gamble, and they gambled wrong. They gambled incorrectly, and this bomb will go down in a 2-on-2 retake with no utility. For the forZe side, this is tough. Zorta's just got a flash. Maybe that gets them back through the window, but this one's going to be a brawl.
They might save. It's a hard one.
Not for this team.
I think they're going to stick around and hope for an overface first. So what he does with a flash, he can fling that in to allow a swing. Mackenzie.
Nice. She's been smoked. Ooh, good shot. Here it goes. Even if he just keeps them on the bomb, that's not bad. Okay, there's the one. Obviously, he doesn't have time to win this anymore. One more kill. He wants to go for the poke. He's kept him close enough to the bomb. Stair will die. Zorta even gets the kill. Everybody's dying out of this round. That's fine, though. Nilch, Zippo, 0 saved through, and the money is frankly weird on both sides.
I wouldn't be surprised if either team takes a pause now. Sprout takes their first of the map, which actually that's quite bizarre. Sprout is renowned essentially for using their pauses really well, and it's very rare they'll get this far into a losing game. So actually, on reflection, where were the pauses in that first half? But that's nor here nor now. We're really looking at the investments. There is an AWP on Zorte. That's the good news. I guess that's off the back of the Jerry bank account. And on the other side of the coin, only the Scout and Slack. So pretty even buy, but Zorte's pretty happy about this. Yeah.
All right, Slacks. You only get one. You only get one absolutely ridiculous cross shot there into the door, and now Stair's already out of play. B is almost completely locked down, but that's going to funnel Sprout out towards long. Okay, there's heavy presence in tunnels. Take long. Take it with prejudice. Quickly. Rapidly. Jerry in the elevator. Zorta dropped down as well. This is interesting. Zorta blended up. Way too close. Rawls punishes that. So nicely done there. Jerry down as well. It's starting to look pretty darn good for Sprout. Sprout is sprouting. And the forZe is exiting. It's quite early doors for a save call.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that one's bad.
There was many an opportunity to use early doors, but we both forgot during this map. Anyway. forZe. Out of money. Next is likely to be an eco. So at least Sprout's making it more competitive.
You think so? Even saving 3 guns through, you think they eco?
Sprout just...
Jerry at MP9.
Oh, it's very debatable.
Yeah, I don't think they do. I think they drop a scout to Zorti, and Jerry gets an MP9, and they're ready to go. I mean, that's basically a full buy for
well, this is the deal. You know you're not AWPing next round. You know you're not going to have full util.
Yeah, do it.
So...
Do it.
Do it.
No? Really? Huh. Well, that just goes to show, expecting unexpected in forZe, you never know what they're going to do. What I do know is Shelby just flew through mid, and somehow not only didn't do anything, but also wasn't punished in the slightest for that. Despite there being 2 players looking his way.
He ran into a scout and an AWP, right?
Yeah, and she was just fine.
Just out of there, you know.
Just looked at it, thought, maybe I won't. It was like Wile E. Coyote running out over the cliff and then being able to wheel his way back on top.
Those are the days. The cartoons, late 90s, maybe early 2000s.
Well, the Looney Tunes is a little earlier than late 90s, man.
Are we talking the original stuff?
Yeah, it's like the 40s, right?
Okay,
50s.
Right. I mean, I'm more of an original Tom and Jerry fan.
That's also old. Tom and Jerry. Created in 1940.
Maybe not quite full original. It was in color, so it'll be a little bit later.
Yeah. The Hanna-Barbera era was 1940 to 1958. Chuck Jones era was 1963 to 1997. So, yeah. Been a minute since those. Nice entries here. Zorta will get one. Jerry was trying to pull off a very cheeky play, and then Stair turned around. Sorry, Jerry. No cheek in this one. Parting gift for Shelfie. Ooh, maybe start
Now the challenge is to make a Tom and Jerry joke.
Okay.
About Jerry.
I think I can probably work that in.
Whoever slips in the best wins.
See what I can do. So the Looney Tunes first episode, 1930, April 19th, 1930. They're black and white from 1930 to 1943, Technicolor from 1942 to 1969. Yeah, so also a bit of a throwback. Certainly not the 90s. This is the important information that our chat needs right now. Our audience needs. They need to know this. Kenzie needs to know there's a potential punish coming in, but the Catwalk players will slip away. And then Nate does find some chunky damage.
Rouse. Peeking through the angles. Perhaps aware there's no AWP around. Could be a great little piece of information. Lots of nades being expended. 1 minute 10 and 2 smokes remaining. Where are those? They're actually both on A site. Jerry's got one, Zorte with the other. So at least they can buy a bit of time in this vicinity. And maybe they're going to be placed perfectly. First counter smoke comes in. And now Sprout have got to make a tough decision. They wanted to split A with some long pressure. But now they've been blocked. What do? Do you wait it out? Do you go back? Always the fear of the unknown, Mike. You're scared to go B here without any presence.
Looks like maybe the mid play. Oh, that's the bomb. That's the bomb that's gone through on Rawls. If the smoke fades, it could get weird. Kenzie's gonna go forward. Oh my god, Kenzie. 1, 2. Get a third? Not quite the third. No scope hit, but there's the punish, and it's all over. Complete ruination. They went in without the info. They went in without the presence. And while Stair might get one, no, he won't even find that. A 13th round on the board for forZe, and most importantly here, Alan, they keep 4 alive.
Huge stuff. Huge stuff. Sprout, granted. They're still a long way down. Even if they win the round, it's at a bit of a deficit, but that felt like a turning point where they'd worked so hard to limit the CT economy. Finally ground out a couple of rounds. And immediately they're back on their backsides. Look at this buy, 2 Eagles. Even with the full utility, they've struggled to get onto bomb sites in a clean fashion. This long take doesn't have enough flashbangs, and Lawrence, blind as a bat, dead as a dodo. He doesn't even make it to blue. Man advantage forZe as they look to close out Dust2.
Sprout looking like a bit more of the mouse in this game of cat and mouse in this round. Flash in, knife out on the swing. Shelfie? I have questions. It's an interesting one. And now Jerry flies through the mid-smoke. Okay. Just to add hat on hat of madness, I think Kenzie might have straight been sticking out of his feet there on the smoke, and he will pay the price for it. So Norby now with pressure on will find the first. Oh, not quite the second. Spray not on. And that leaves it to Zorta. And a 1v2 retake of the site. Money brittle for forZe. Looking like a house of cards that might come tumbling down in this next round. So does Zorta really want to commit? Answer is maybe, and now it seems like no. He stared into the knife. He had to inspect the knife. It told him the answers. The glint off the blade said, "Save you, fool." And so he will. That, you want to try and explain to me what the hell happened in mid in that round, Alan? Because I'm confused.
I'd love to telestrate that round if we had the capabilities, but we don't, unfortunately. And even if we did, I'm not sure I could subject the viewers to such madness. That should be contained, locked in a cell, and never shown to the public.
Hidden from view. It's like eldritch texts in a Lovecraft book.
Yes,
They'll just drive you insane if you view them.
It's like room 101. 984.
101.
Is it room 101?
I don't know. I don't know what that is.
Definitely read 984. So. Don't lie to me.
I don't know if I have.
Yes, you have. You can't work in esports broadcasting and not have read that.
Why is that?
Because then you, I don't know, it's just a gold pot of references.
All right, I guess I'll have to get in there. Got a new source material for references to work on. Oh my god, this is gonna be the round.
Oh,
this is gonna be the round. How is this falling apart? Sprout, there were pistols. There were pistols. You walked into a stack on B with little information. It's a minute 15. There was so much time left on the clock. You didn't have to do any of this. There was no reason. There was no reason. And they just walked in and got dealt with by the P250. Sprout, their own worst enemy in this round. I mean, yes, credit to forZe for pulling the trigger, but I mean, basically, Sprout held the gun up and put it to their temple.
So I'm going to let the viewers into a little kind of secret of casting Counter-Strike is when you think a round's going to be boring, you throw in some filler, you don't really talk about the game. And I was doing that because I was 100% certain Sprout could never lose the round. And they did.
Spectacular fashion.
Shout out.
Wow. I have no words for that round. We've now had a couple rounds in a row. One from Sprout, one from forZe that I'm just finding very confusing. It feels like the end of this Dust2 game is just getting wild.
There seems to be a big magnet in mid, Mike, and it just sucks everyone into it.
Mm-hmm.
You have to
must take it
every time, and it's just a massacre in the tunnels.
Okay, Stare. What was that with the Deagle? Finds a gun, he gets another! Stare! Is he doing this? He's still got so much time to work with. The bomb is all the way down in dark. He's coming around, he's got the rifle. My god, it's a 1v5.
Low HP.
He's got these players
Low
isolated.
HP.
It's viable. No, no, he sees him. Get the headshot. Oh, my goodness. One shot just had to land there. Jerry, though, ruins the clip, ruins the absolute wild play that could have been. And that's map point.
This is the best game of Dust2 ever played. It is just... It's just, in all senses of the word, just unthinkable. What we're seeing. And... who knows? I would not rule this one out of overtime. That's how great this is.
No, I mean, yeah. Yeah, you're right. As soon as I expect something, the opposite happens. Sortis does get an opener here. Kenzie runs out of bullets. Sortis down. Now it's getting weird again. And of course, Jerry just swings. Jerry just swings. Okay, this HE from Nori might be the most impactful HE of all time because they are so very softened. But no, he's thrown it and actually did not do much. It did damage on the longs, but he was already low. So what do you even do here? Does this turn into a save? Pogo stick from Norby! Almost found the damage, and instead Stare rips his head off, and Shalfie will have to save. So you were right. What is happening? I don't understand. It was pistols at long. Even if they're just taking the fights, you'd expect a little bit more, but damage was no kills, and now Sprout are hunting to try and take this off out of hands.
Madness set to continue. As... potentially a factor, both teams, second series of the day. But they were 2-0, and what do they have, 2.5 hours between the games? That's quite a lot of time to reset, so...
yeah!
Maybe not as much of an excuse as you can use in other circumstances.
It feels like sometimes forZe get ahead of themselves in some rounds. I mean, both sides maybe, but and just don't actually, you know, do the winning the round part. Which is important, folks. It's the critical part of the Counter-Strike. Double ops up here. Deagle, double ops, double Deags. That's an interesting spread of the resources. The classic. So
you know when they asked you to cast EU for this instead of NA?
Yeah.
Did you expect much cleaner,
So,
sophisticated,
okay, every time
Counter-Strike?
we have this conversation, right? Like, especially in these online qualifiers, every time everyone's like, oh yeah, EUCS is so much more regimented and all this. And then this kind of madness happens every time, Alan. You and I just have like a like some sort of I don't know. It's either a curse or a blessing. I kind of think it's a blessing to get these kind of games, and it's happening here. See what we got. Heavy presence on Catwalk. Good trade. Jerry was already low, so he's fine to be traded out. Now Shalfie's next to be smoked, so this is going to get messy. Zorta's pushed off the angle that should allow the bomb plant, and with Slacks in the pit, you got to imagine this retake is going to be tough. The defuse certainly will be difficult. Norby has a smoke. Norby, oh, he's already deployed it. Okay, this will allow him to get up the ramp, but it won't allow the defuse. And he's dead, so it doesn't matter. Sorta damage, but it's the double up on the retake, and they will have to dual pit one way or another. I say that. Slacks has left the pit and come up. Because they're backing off, and so it turns out it was actually the right read from Slacks. Zorta will save this AWP, but Sprout are going to climb to 11. And you said the words overtime, Alan, and it seems like they may be finding us.
I'm going to say it again. Overtime. This is... where's forZe's bonus at? It can't be much. 1-9. Buying the next isn't good. That would be buying at 15-12. forZe have one real gun round before this goes overtime. This is really close.
Look at this spawn. It's a B-rush. Look at this spawn. Oh, yes. Straight in. No thoughts, only vibes. Just rush B, Sprout. You've got the god spawn for it. Everybody in as quick as possible. Just straight into the fryer. And there we go. Round over. Love a good B spawn,
I like
Alan.
it. I almost like... There might even be... Of course the spawns are good, but there might be an element of recognition that we've played all these slow defaults, we ran into deagles, we've made big mistakes. Just deathball it in.
I think you're overthinking this. Spawn good, go kill.
I hope there's a little more thought. At least for my sanity.
Fair. I mean, alright, so you have that god spawn, right? Everybody's bunched up towards B. Doesn't get better than that for a B-rush or a fast B play. Full gun round, let's say, in a different circumstance. Is there any situation where you're just like, no, we're not going to? We've got such a good position.
If you're playing against a full gun round and not an eco, yes.
Yeah? You think you
Hard
still
to win
wouldn't
a
do it?
B-rush. It's really hard.
God spawn, though.
Alrighty. Buy comes in. And as I was kind of hinting, it's a pretty good buy from forZe. One kit, hopefully Zorte doesn't die towards the edges. Utility's fairly good, but it's still lesser to their opponents. Slacks had a fairly good T-side campaign so far. And actually, I don't want to draw too much attention, but Launx was a long way ahead at the end of that CT half. And it just feels like we haven't quite seen him fully activated on the T-side.
I feel like I'm not used to these slower rounds anymore. So many madcap fast plays. That Sprout spreading out into a bit of a default is strange to me. Foreign to my eyes.
Yes. Good call though to change the pace. I mean, forZe have seen so many fast plays and splits and fast long takes. They're going to drop so much utility. Flashbang. It does catch Stair. They're lining up. So much damage. No frags found. Rouse finally comes into deck the trapped Jerry. Kenzie peeks for information. Slacks is ready and waiting. And this round, this is over. You can't rotate on Dust2, and Zorte needs the highlight of his life to save the A-bomb site.
I believe. Oh! That looked like a cloud almost. He was actually tagged up in turn. But I still believe. It's a possibility. They've now lost the mid-presence. Oh, pull the trigger. That could have worked. The utility, the damage is so intense onto Rawls. He's low. He's gonna go for the jump. Through the box. Through the box. two elements of randomness through the box and the jumping play. He's got to wait for his teammates to get in from long, but they are going to find Slacks. If they do so, no, Slacks has just now slipped the net. There's the kill. There's the second as well, and they've done it. forZe put this one away. Zorta got his highlight, but that wasn't all that was required. That's going to be forZe taking us to a third, taking us to overpass here, Alan.
What has just happened? That was the craziest game of Dust2 I've ever seen. That was start to finish. You couldn't predict any round, any situation. 4-on-2 didn't matter. 2v5, you could still win it. Zorta that was essentially 1-on-4. Getting split. He had to kill the short player. He had to. He connects. He re-peeks long. Hits a 0.1 second flick, it felt like, and just about the rotates come in. So I'm not